What's going on, boys, and welcome back to the weekly recap. This is the week 5 edition, and I'm sad to announce that you're stuck with only me today. Scheduling issues, and also it's kind of late right now. It was kind of a tough day to record, but I still want to get this out before waivers go out. So yeah, we're recording this right now. Hope you guys enjoy. Sad to have no guests, but I also didn't have really enough time to ask too much around. Let's try to make this episode quicker though, with no guests though, right, boys? Let's go to these top six rankings. Top six is as follows. I see Josh number one. I see Ray falling to number two. I see is that Finn number three. I see Mark number four. Somehow I am number five, and I see Phil at number six. Interesting. We have two playoff teams between two and three teams. Is that the case? We'll see. We'll see. Um, a trade was made today. We'll talk about that as we review. But let's well as we preview, I'd say that's when we look at that trade a little more. But let's get to previewing these matchups, though, boys, shall we? All right, first matchup is my matchup with Josh, and guys, I was not able to knock him off. I put up an effort here, but it's not enough. Josh gets dud weeks from James Cook. He misses with Brendan Strange, who actually just went to IR today. He benched Travis Kelce for this, and it didn't matter. He dropped 136. We have a Baker 30 piece. Waddle with Tyreek going down now is like in prime position for a lot of work. He hits with a Shaheed play. Great start by Colts defense. Michael Carter, he traded Mark for earlier, also eats. Yeah, this is not good. Now, this is a week without Chuba Hubbard and Josh Jacobs. He didn't even use Bill, but he drops 136. Josh might be a huge problem this year, guys. I put up a pretty good fight. Besides Giants defense and my kicker, defensive kicker is just it's so tough. I mean, you're looking at like a what is it, a 17-point swing between defense kicker right there. I'm already down 17 looking at that. But oh, what's that? I also lose by 18. So it's just a tough one. Ferguson emerges as tight end one, which is good. Justin Jefferson 15.8 off pure work is good. Uh, David Montgomery has a passing touchdown. Derrick Henry sneaking into the end zone, and even though Jalen Hurts lost the game, it just looks bad this season. He's a good fantasy quarterback, so not upset with 118. I do lead the league in points against. It's a little unfortunate, but two and three, there's 20 worse positions. That's an insanely specific number. That's I don't even know if that's true. There's a lot worse positions than this, so we'll fight back though. Good win for Josh. Next matchup, Brian versus Greg. This matchup comes in the form of Brian just kind of struggling to get himself out of a hole. I think this might be Greg's second win in a row. I'll double check that, but let's talk about his good. He has 17.7 from Laporta, his best game of the year. Scadaboo, even though he fumbled 11.4, a lot of work given to him. Pittman's good. T. Higgins has a better game. The running backs, who only get 26 total between the two, they've usually gotten more for him. But I mean, it's enough this week. He dropped 115 and wins by 30. Aladdin McConkey has his better games, but still not his capital. The Seahawks defense, who we was raving about, takes away 5 points from him. Brendan Aubrey doesn't have a monster game. We have the Chelsea game, Travis Etienne game, and Godwin continues to struggle since he's returned. So, yeah, I think it's a tough loss for B cuts, but we'll see if we can turn it around next week. 104 is kind of a hole though. I don't know if I've ever seen Brian on 104. Greg, good win. 2-3 club. Let's see if you could start getting in the mix here. Next matchup, Finn versus Devin. Finn puts up a monster gargantuan performance. Now, these running backs he's got here, man, they put up 54 between the two of them. That's fucking insane. That's actually fucking insane. He gets a 0 from Zach Ertz. if you're watching this video, you got as many points as Zach Ertz this week, and it doesn't even matter. 7 points from his defense kicker. It's just when you get a like 30, 23, 30, 23, like it's already it's already looking bad. Devin has the rookie of the year, Igbokwe, go off. Dak Prescott goes off. Amon Ra gets 14 against Cincy, but it's the running back position. He gives Woody Marks his chance, and this week was Nick Chubb. He benches Brian Thomas for Quinn Johnston. Doesn't work out, but I mean, we'll see what he does with Brian Thomas going forward. Rashee Rice also might be coming back in the next few weeks. Brendan Ayuk on the bench. Interesting, interesting. Devin, tough loss, but I mean, no one's gonna beat these scores that all these players and Finn team put up. Finn goes to 3-2, also high in the league in points against. Almost doesn't matter though. Finn is undeniable right now, definitely a top three team in the league, and Devin still good performance, but hopefully you play someone who's not going the fuck off next week. This matchup is a 20-point loss for Vinny against Mateo. Mateo wins this matchup, but does lose Amarion Hampton. So, running backs tight yet again for this man. It will be Jordan Mason and Ramondre Stevenson on this man's bench. Kittle might be coming back soon. Yeah, Trey McBride trading pieces. Let's see what happens, but yeah, Vinny's performance, he just needs that running back too. Defense kicker, bad starts. Yeah, it's just a funny week for Vinny. Uh, Brock Bowers didn't play. Brock Purdy didn't play. He benches Debo. Debo doesn't give him the win. But it's a tough loss for Vinny too. I don't know if Vinny had this bad of a season yet in this league. So two unfamiliar faces down here at the bottom of the standings, but it's a new year, a new league, new time for anything. Mateo doesn't have the greatest week in the world. It's honestly field. A lot of people do their job. 107 is nothing to make fun of, but everyone just kind of does their job here. Gets Mateo the win, goes to 2-3, and in prime position to get back to 500 next week. Austin versus Mark. Mark maintains this insane head-to-head matchup over Austin as it continues. Austin lost his third straight. He gets Jamar Chase to go off. He gets Josh Allen to do pretty well. Below projections in a loss, but still did pretty well fantasy-wise. Rashad White coming to his own with Bucky Irving going down. Darren Waller, 2-touchdown game. Austin doesn't have a week that should be completely slept on. Ao Manor is just someone that should just not be played in this day and age. I don't know why we don't look at playing others. This is just a funny bench by Austin. Yeah, this team is kind of rough. Mark's team barely squeaks it out. He squeaks it out late too, but it's enough to get it done. Defense kicker, huge advantage here. Makes up for the deficiencies in starting Demarcus Robinson. I don't hate Demarcus Robinson this week because he actually didn't have any other options. But I mean, I don't know. Demarcus Robinson was an insanely funny pull. DeMercado has that funny fumble at the end of the touchdown run to even make this game closer. But, Warren gets in the end zone. Kyron kind of carries. And that's the story of this game. It's honestly kind of boring. Honestly, Austin has more cool shit happening, but Mark gets this win. Saints defense and Ryan Fitzgerald is just not cool to talk about. Mark wins, but it's ugly, but he gets it done. Austin, let's see if you can write the shit next week. Now, Phil loses. Someone who I thought had a ton of momentum going to the week loses to Ray, who's now 5-0 to start the year. Javonte Williams goes off for him. He has a good defense kicker star, but then That's kind of it. Bad week from Herbert. Bad week from Chase Brown. Worthy, Judy. Anyone on the bench do well? Ridley. That's maybe it though. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. Phil's loss comes in the form of AJ Brown, Hawkinson, and defensive kicker. Defense kicker is just such a fucked up fucking metric. He Drake May got 14 in a win. Matt Stafford got 29 in a loss. Fantasy is a weird game, but you're okay with the running backs doing what they did. He's got to find it with some receivers. Tough loss for Phil. See if he could bounce back. And good win for Ray, going to 5-0. In the standings, that makes them looking like this. Two 5-0 teams leading the pack. And then yeah, there's only 2 3-2 teams, and the rest are 2-3 or 1-4. So the league is still wide open right now. A playoff position is a team below 500. I think two of them. So yeah. Here's your points for leaders. Here's your points against leaders. Yeah. Now we're swapping into divisions now. Before we go too far ahead, we're gonna get an edge cut where Phil got all his projections right and I got all mine wrong. Phil now moves to the best guess yet, going 3-0. But only 3-3 in the week because I got all three of mine wrong. So yeah, that makes the guess on the year 7-6, and that makes me on the year what, like 10-7. Yeah. So yeah, pretty even ball knowledge, I'd say. Now let's go preview these matchups, shall we, boys? First matchup is a big one. It's the rivalry week. It's Mark v myself. Now, head-to-head wise, I do recall it being a little one-sided, mostly talking about the two early playoff wins. But people may have forgotten it's been a different story in the 2020s. In the 2020, since 2020, Mark has won twice in 7 matchups. Since 2020. We've turned it around completely. A playoff matchup has not been had since 2017, the Mark Glory years. So yeah, we're riding this ship. I have the edge in the regular season head-to-heads. Let's see if I could extend that here. Now let's preview this matchup. Why ESPN's website's being funny. Okay. Now let's be unbiased here. They're giving him both running backs. I give you RB1. Why are we giving Bill bigger credit than David Montgomery? They're playing Chicago. We're playing Kansas City. Okay, whatever. Sure. What do we think? Giving them both wide receivers. Yes. Actually, I have a lot in. Hell yeah. Yeah, I could kind of see that. I put Pickens in at the flex. Okay. It would be my wide receiver one. So they project him more than Rome. Interesting. Um, if people were betting man, apparently the line would favor me minus 2.3. Interesting. Here's our head-to-head scoring on the weeks. Interesting. So I've scored more than Mark in a lot of weeks. Love that. All except for one. Nice. I like to see that. I like checking what my record would be against Mark. But of course he has a better record than mine because he's lucky he's got in the league. I'm gonna give the edge to myself. No Justin Jefferson, no fucking problem. Oh, you'll be like, oh, I have no CD. What are all these empties? How is that fucking possible? Do you drop hella players? I don't even know. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, giving the edge to myself because I'm the best. F you, Mark. Wow. This might bury someone's season here. I'm actually thinking about this. Um, Let's look at this head to head. Mhm. Wow. Leaning towards Vinny. Won the last two. Vinny's in a lot of trouble though. Holy shit, Vinny's in a ton of trouble. You might get Brock back. He's playing Bo. They're giving Brian all the edges. Is probably gonna put Debo in for maybe Marv, but he still needs a running back. I mean, you gotta put him Pacheco over Justice Hill. Put in Bowers. But yeah, Vinny's gonna be a little better here. But I mean, when I look at Brian's team, McConkey struggling, Godwin struggling, Warren injured, is what's his name on behind. No, he's just benching Kamara, who's been stinking. Etienne's falling back down to earth. DJ Moore's kind of sucked behind the Dunze. Jameson's also kind of sucked. You know, I'm gonna give the rare edge to Vinny here. They're giving him a big deficit too, but I'm gonna pick the underdog. Edge Vinny. Sorry, be guts. Next matchup, Austin versus Josh. Now, Austin trying to right a sinking ship, but he's coming against the hardest opponent we have in this league. Now, that running back duo you already might be scared of. But then he also has Michael Carter, Rashid Shaheed, DK Metcalf, and Jackson Dart on the bench. Uh, Josh Allen is and Tyler Loop are Austin's only advantages, but I don't think it'll be enough. Austin will fall to 2-4, and Josh will maintain an undefeated record at 6-0. Moving on, Ray versus Finn. Now, this is where I think Ray gets his first loss. Actually, before we go too far, I want to see Austin versus Josh in head to head before I move on. Oh, leaning Josh, and he's won the last four. Wow. All right, let's look at this next one. We got Finn versus Ray. Okay, pretty simple down the middle. Finn won last year, and then 7 years beyond that. This matchup is apparently close in projections. Bichon is back this week. But I mean, these receivers are just very unreliable. Lamar Jackson is still hurt. He has Herbo. He has Herbo, though, and he's playing Miami. It's interesting. But I mean, when I look at this boy Finn's team, Chris McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, fucking studs. Jackson Smith, the Jigma, stud. Patrick Mahomes has been a stud. We're gonna put in. Oh wait. Oh, it looks like he only has Evan Ingram at the tight end. Yeah, maybe we keep it Ertz. Diggs. Yeah, okay. Finn's not as deep as I thought, but I'm still gonna pick Finn because I just think he has a little bit because if I'm complaining about Worthy and McMyers, I have to complain about Khalil Shakir and Stephon Diggs. Chase Brown just hasn't lived up to it. Well, like Stephon Diggs and Khalil Shakir have had big games already in the year. Interesting. I'm gonna give the edge of Finn still. Next matchup, we have Devin versus Phil. Head to head is it's Phil playoff matchup in 2016, and Devin did win the last one to get it close again. All right, now let's see what this head to head has to look like. Now Devin finally getting shown some respect in projections. Amon Rock. All right, so Henderson is back in since yeah. Chubb and Marks are out. Bye this week. Hmm. Brian Thomas still not getting the nod because Quentin Johnston's playing Miami. I understand that. Interesting. Um, got a new tight end in likely. Well, Finn has some, nothing. Phil has some really good players on this bench. Interesting. Oh, this is tough. I'm actually gonna go Phil here for the win. They've been talking a lot of mess in these videos here too. And last but not least, I have Mateo versus Greg. 6-4. We have 10 matchups here. Mateo won the last one. They kind of been trading. Let's look at the tail of the tape. Nico on bye. Jordan Mason on bye. So the running back Blake Corum, Ramondre Stevenson. Wow, that is dookie. Keon Coleman, that wow. Um, yeah, I'm so sorry, Mateo. I'm not trying to be mean here, but I'm gonna have to go Greg without even fully looking at everything, just because. But Greg's not missing too many people. He's missing Addison, and I mean the lineup he's putting out is the same exact one I won him a week last week, and this running back room. I mean, can Keon Coleman be trusted? Devonta Smith? Yes, no, sometimes. Well, what are you going to do with McBride and when Kittle's coming back, which is apparently soon? Interesting. All right. To end this video, let's make my rankings. So without a doubt, Josh and Ray remain on top, both 5-0, undefeated. I fall can't be up there, but Finn wins and wins convincingly has to be up there. Has to be. Next person I'm gonna move up, and I hate to say this, but it's gonna be Mark. Mark, he looks bad this week. I don't like his trade he made. We'll go over that trade next. We'll go over more next week. I don't really have much to say about it this week. We'll see. But he did win, scored 118, and relative to the rankings, it's really freaking good. Um, Now I'm gonna put myself here. And then who would I put as the last playoff team? All right, before I do that, let's go to the bottom. Worst team in the league is Vinny and then Brian. They maintain their bottom spots. Also, Austin looks pretty bad, lost again. Greg won. Mateo won just unconvincingly. I'm gonna keep Mateo where he is. Devin scored 118 in a loss. Maybe Devin? He did also lose Hampton. Or someone lost Hampton. Who should I put then? He's in these last two. Probably Greg. This makes sense. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna go here. I think that's my top 12. Or yeah, I think that's my ranking. Yeah. All right, boys. Got a quicker one out today. I appreciate y'all for watching. And I will see y'all not next week. I'll be gone next week, but the week after. All right, fellas. Peace.